Hello and welcome to my kitchen. Today's video is sponsored by Shure. This is the microphone I'm wearing. It is also the microphone that is on Hussein right now, who is a former student in my Passion to Profit program, and he is also our interview subject today. He really came in clutch. He drove like 14 hours to get here. So we've filmed an interview in my kitchen today. It's going to be a short testimonial for the Passion to Profit program, and we wanted it to look nice. We wanted it to look professional. If I were to use all my professional gear that I own at home for a quick setup and takedown set, this is what I would do. So in short, I love using natural light. So we've got windows on this side that I've closed the blinds a little bit. Got hair light over here. This is the Nanlite Pavo Slim 60C. I'm a huge fan of those lights. If you guys remember my video I did in my last office, this was the light I had on my desk for any like Zoom calls or quick and easy filming I needed to do at my desk. It was that guy because it's super light, super compact. I'll link that video in the cards. I'm not gonna talk about it right now. That's just on the C-stand over by the window. This is where Hussein sat, and we have my classic tried and true Aperture 300D2 over here with the mini light dome. Would I have preferred the large one on there today? Yes, but I didn't switch it. So we also have some practicals, because that with the window light and the practicals, it was moody. We got the dimension we wanted without it being too sourcey. So we've got a little candle over here. Over here, we've got some under shelf lighting. We turned on the fireplace, and you can kind of see all of that out of focus in the background and just makes for like a warm, cozy environment. So we have our key, we have our fill from the window, and we have our hair light, pretty standard lighting setup. That's it basically for lighting. These are all things you could do with any standard lighting kit that you have. Really, your goal here is to add some dimension with the hair light and with the practicals in the background. And then obviously you want to pay attention to your key and your fill. Is it too dramatic? Is it flattering to the subject? Does it look too sourcey, which is like, can you tell where the source is? But in some cases, that is the vibe you're going for. It just wasn't totally the vibe we were going for today. So why don't we talk about what we're filming on? Sony was very kind and is letting me borrow the A1 II. As you guys saw in a recent video, this is the camera I would love to be upgrading to. So when they offered to let me play with this for a bit, jumped at the chance, because I want to know if this is going to be worth me going through all the trouble of getting it, if you know what I mean. This is also the new 28-70 f2 G Master lens. I was also really excited to try this. If you want to see my thoughts on this, I'll have my video linked in the cards about why I'm switching and my mentality on switching cameras and blah, blah, blah. Anywho, fantastic camera for interviews. We did not shoot this in 8K because it was a long interview, okay? So we shot it in 4K, don't come for me. We have my Ninja Atomos monitor down here. Fun fact, this tripod, although could you use a larger, steadier tripod? Yeah, sure you could. But you know what's fun about this one is this was like my first tripod ever, and I refused to get rid of it, and it still works well. And it's doing just fine for what we needed today, folks. Now audio. Today's video is brought to you by Shure and the Move Mic 2. Now, if you saw my previous video talking about why I love these mics and why I've been switching to them for all my recent videos, this is what we're using on set today as a quick and easy wireless lav mic. I have the receiver actually plugged into the A1 II right now, and it comes with two mics. So the cool thing about this, if you're working on a professional set like this, or whether you're at home and you even just need a mic to connect to your phone, this kind of covers all your bases. It has that Bluetooth connection. You can buy one mic at a time, or you can buy the entire kit that comes with the receiver. So the reason I love this and the reason I feel confident choosing it on today's set is because Shure is a big name in the sound space, and everybody knows, loves it, and trusts it. Now, coming up with something like this means they're giving what the beginners want in terms of being able to connect to a phone, but it's also still giving the professionals what they want by giving us a lav mic that upholds that professional level quality. So here is what I love about the Shure mic the most. There's actually an app that comes with the phone. So what the app or the receiver allows you to control with the microphone is adjust elements like the mic gain. You can turn the LEDs on and off. You can add add a compressor, either light, medium, or heavy, or turn it off completely. You can select whether you will actually be listening to music or a voice or whatever kind of sound you're trying to capture. You can add a high pass filter, you can add a customized EQ, and you can even turn noise reduction on or off. The cool thing about these features and being able to do all of this within the receiver is it's going to improve your audio quality before you even get into post-production. And so many of these features are typically seen in audio post-production and mixing and mastering. And I would know this because I took intermediate audio in university, however, not advanced audio, but I did cover all of these things and I do know what they are. Okay. I know this is something that so many of you struggle with because many of us, we show up and shoot, we're the storytellers, we don't necessarily have that much control over audio, and usually we're hiring an audio engineer on set to handle all of this. Sometimes we don't have that luxury and we still need to maintain that high quality professional audio, but on a bit of a budget and on a bare bones skeleton set. So this is what I'm going with today. I'm very impressed with the quality of this mic. I've been loving using it for the last little while, and I would highly recommend it on your professional sets as well. Something else good to have on set would be having a boom directional shotgun mic, but if you don't have that, you can always just go with the lav mic. I'm confident enough with this today, and I think it's gonna do a great job. In terms of the mic placement, I don't mind the mic showing. You could actually have this inside someone's shirt or maybe on the collar, but I don't find it too distracting to be able to see the microphone, and especially if you can see, I have it positioned backwards, I guess you could say. So there are two different ways you can clip the microphone. Of course, you want it as close to your talent's mouth as possible. On Hussein, we had it on the top of his t-shirt, which was right here, and I think this sounds really good because you get a lot of the chest sound and a direct, I want to say, pathway to their throat and their voice. Anyways, you get a lot of good bassiness in the chest sound here. But if you have to put it lower on their shirt, it still sounds good. Now, if you had it flipped outwards, you would normally see the LEDs. I have these turned off right now, and you would see the Shure logo. What is nice though is that it's all black and it's still discreet. But you can flip it over and you can use the clip on the back as the front instead, and now that's a lot less invasive. This mic is already super small and discreet, so it's been fantastic to use, and I don't mind being able to see it a little bit on camera personally. Of course, the last thing I would mention about audio, and I mean, it goes without saying, but I'm gonna say it because I notice people always forget this on set, and that is headphones in order to monitor your audio levels. You can adjust these in the receiver, you can adjust these on the camera, and if that balance gets out of whack, you're gonna end up peaking, and the only way you're gonna know that is if you're listening to it, other than if you're watching it on the camera, but somehow people always mess that up too. So bring headphones. Let's talk about positioning here and how I set up my frame and how I set up the camera, because we covered lighting, we covered what I'm filming with, and we covered audio. So how do you find a nice angle? You could always go with symmetry. Another shot I was considering was just shooting directly at that wall with the TV in the center, but I love shooting into a corner. I position myself at the far end of the room, I shoot into the corner, I try to come up with as many leading lines as I can. I love having someone sit and lean on a countertop just because I find then they're the most comfortable that way, and it's not so stiff and static, and standing is uncomfortable for most people. So when deciding where to put your key light and which direction to have your talent facing is you need to ensure that the shadow side is actually facing the camera. So in that case, my talent was Hussein facing me, sitting right over here, and then the light was actually just to my left on his right side of his face. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it and this little at-home yet professional interview setup. Also, huge thank you to Hussein for driving literally 15 hours to get here. And he also has a YouTube channel, and that's one of the things I helped him with in Passion for Profit. So if you want to see his testimonial and see his YouTube channel and see all the awesome things that he's been making, please head over to that. His handle will be right here. It'll also be linked in the, not deleted, just linked, and I can't speak, in the description below. Do you want to say bye?
I don't have a mic. Wait, what am I saying?
You're like, I don't have a mic, and then I'm just waiting.
Everyone go subscribe to Hussein because his videos are good.
Subscribe to me.
And he's nice.
I hope so. I've been told.
Okay, bye.